And hey there out there, how are you all doing today? This is Temierus here, and today I have Islands of Nyne. It's another one of them battle royales. It looks a little different because it's more future. They don't seem to all be future. I don't know, there was something about this at the time when I tried to get it to work, but it didn't work because the servers were down because it came out actually last week as of this video being posted. So this is one of my more behind the curve ones. But anyway, I tried to get on it, the servers didn't work. Pretty sure that the servers are fixed now, so now we can actually see the game. I can't quite list why exactly this one stood out, and from what I've gotten of a little bit, like there was a rock paper shotgun article about it. And it's like this one just kind of sort of stood out, but it is the battle royales, and we are very flooded with those. There are very many of those, and this one comes with upfront price tag. It's not free to play like some of the other ones are. It's I think $23, $23 to $25, that ballpark is what it is out the gate. And it does have these loot boxes, which at least tell you what's in there. It doesn't tell you how likely those things are in there, but they're in there. And as far as I can tell, this currency here doesn't have a real world conversion, as far as I'm aware. I could be wrong with that. I haven't intently looked into that yet, but it doesn't look like you can use your real money to get whatever this C value thing is. You can, however, use your real money to just flat buy a skin. Depending on your outlook of the microtransactions and loot box things, that's probably not as bad. I definitely think that one's not as bad, because if you're going to pay the money, you at least are getting what you want, rather than have to pay the money for a random chance to get the one thing you want. Like, say if you wanted this, and that doesn't come up very often. You don't have to sit there and pour $300 into a thing just to try and get that one thing, and get all this other crap that you don't have any interest in. But I don't know, it's loot boxes to begin with. Let's just go ahead and just play in the solo and see what happens. It's apparently like alien fighting arena. They did state that every game's supposed to be an average of like 12-17 minutes in there. So it's a battle royale with up to 50 that is claiming to play fast. We'll see if that holds up. Spawn in. Why am I... Wait a minute. I think I know what's going on. Grab the controller that I still have plugged in. Oh god! It was wrapped around the chair. Okay, I got it. That was embarrassing. I died. So it has controller support, what I just found out there. That's a thing. What is this that I'm in right now? Is this the spawn area of wait until we get to spawn? What's going on here? Right there it said I had 100, or is it telling me the stats of that person? You know what? I don't actually know. I really don't know what's going on right now, because I thought in battle royales you can't respawn. I'm guessing... I killed somebody. I'm guessing what this really is just the screw around before the match loads up kind of deal. Oh my, where did my silencer go? This had a silencer on.
For battle royale match transport. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright. We get a little bit of presentation there. Oh, you don't just jump out of the plane, you just start off falling. That's a little different. Cute to show a map. Map helps. That's a nice little interface for a map. There's the bowl. Let's go towards a bowl. I'm sure we'll die horridly, but let's go in that direction. I passed it. We'll be in this canyon then. Superhero landing. It is very bad for the knees. And that's not just Deadpool saying that. There's actual science to this, that it is very bad for your knees. There's a person over there. He hasn't seemed to notice us yet. I haven't played at all before, by the way, in case you're curious. So, whatever's happening in here is what's happening in here. That's not a box I can interact with, I don't think. Oh, there's a person.
Warning. Plasma field is now advancing.
So let's try and get behind him
at all costs.
and kill him with our knife. Oh shit, he's got a gun. Ah, I almost had him. Ah, damn. Well, we didn't get 50, so that's good.
Welcome to the dome.
Oh, I made a fantastic choice on where to come now. In case you're wondering what I mean by that, this environment here, this entire environment that I'm in, it's only part of their map. It's only that Rome marking on there. But this whole environment that I'm in currently is a completely built, just level. You can buy. You just buy it on the Unreal Store.
Plasma field is now advancing.
So that is kind of satisfying to have run into. Now I will say, if I was not already aware of that pre-bot, it does at least, because this is supposed to be like an alien arena that's been built specifically for this. It doesn't really feel that weird because they kind of have been set dressing everything else around it to be in a similar vein to this. So it doesn't feel that ridiculous for that to exist in this environment. I still don't know whether it was the best choice to just use, because that level over there, that's pretty much what you buy unaltered. That I question on whether that is a good choice to do or not. But using the assets out of that pack to make an environment that looks like some aliens built this because they're like, this looks human-y. We'll throw humans in it. Because I think that's kind of the backstory of what's going on. Then it's not that big a deal. But that's what you do if you use a pre-bought asset. Is you have to reinvent a little bit with it. Make it your own. Make it your thing. You can use a pre-bought asset. They are helpful. Positively freaking loot. They are helpful. But just using an asset and just calling it a day, that's where the issue arises. Okay, I've actually been able to acquire some loot this time. Now I just have to find people that I can kill with my loot. That would be nice. Okay. I now have a sight on my gun. It's kind of cool. God has killed a space marine! Well, clearly it was a heretic marine. That's what I'm going to stick by. Heretic Astartes. That makes sense to me. Okay, so I feel a bit better that I've gotten in an area where there weren't immediately people so I could actually do something. But now now there's no content. Now we're back to the Battle Royale problem of there's a lot of just running. Seeing if stuff happens. Just don't get me wrong, I like a bit I don't like just dropping in immediately, oh, here's 50 people around you. When you have nothing, because, well, then it kind of boils down to who got lucky and found the gun. Unfortunately, I don't really have much in the way of a long-range gun on my hands right now. I mean, a P90 can do okay, but it's still a pistol cartridge and round. It's still a pretty short barrel. I'm not going to be doing any long-distance shooting with it. And I forget the button I can use to change fire mode. This has selectable fire modes. Don't remember what the control is for it. I'm a bit tense to want to stop and find it out. You know what? I'm going to swap out our shotgun for something long-ranged. Or longer-ranged, I should say. I got a shield on me, too. Yeah, I got all kinds of loot for whenever I find somebody. Damn. Oh, there he went. Got him! Suck it! I can kill people in Battle Royale games. 4. Stab myself. Probably a bad usage of resources, but I'm a gambler. Okay, just get a reload. Oh, there's a helmet over there. Need me a helmet. Get a bit more pistol ammo because we did use our...
Paused. Next safe zone indicated.
Ah, good. I'm in that next safe zone. Alright, we are definitely getting down to the more tense moment. Fusion grenade. That sounds helpful. I'm gonna have to find more ammo for my rifle, though. There's a lot of pistol ammo all over the place. There we go, there's some more rifle ammo. Got some more rifle ammo. Well, I hear gunfire. One thing I will say, I might after this actually go to the
Plasma field is now advancing.
their little shooting range, because it's a really good place you can hear it. But I have to say, because I did go in their shooting range to test out when I first got the game, make sure it was going to record well and all that. And the sound design with the weapons, as somebody who has actually fired actual firearms and actually kind of enjoys going to a range and firing a firearm, I have to say that their sound design for that firing is very satisfying. It is very on point and sounds like what it is to fire these weapons. Because these are all modern weapons that have some extra lights and doodads thrown on them to make them look more future, but they're actual guns. They're not some future sci-fi gun that they made. So, oh, this looks like the remains of where there once was somebody. I will help myself to the bullets. Oh, I can't get any more bullets. Alright, I'm good on that armor. That's a tree. I thought that was a person crouched there for a minute. I'm just waiting for somebody with a sniper weapon just plink me in the head and I'm done for. It's gonna happen. I know how these games work. Alright, got some leg armor. Got the full suit. Our full suite is on us now. Okay. By the way, that's... Okay. Oh, I got the sight on there. Okay, that's good.
Next safe zone indicated.
I'm not in that safe zone. Somebody's nearby. I heard him. Make break for it. I just want to try and live as long as I can. I don't necessarily need to have a slaughter spree and kill a bunch of people. I have a feeling it's all going to be culminating at this tower. It looks significant enough. I heard people getting shot at over there. There's a lot of Twitch TV names. Must be people Twitch streaming this. Oh crap, they're in the tents. Or at least around the tents. They're out here somewhere.
Plasma field paused. Next safe zone indicated.
Okay, they know I'm here because they threw a grenade in. Oh, he got me. Because some people actually play these games and understand how they work. I don't. Alright, back in one more time before I go and just show off what I was trying to get across with the sound design. Now currently running for my life from the area ring thing of Doom. Which, that's the big part of a Battle Royale game I really wish people would get a bit more creative with. Like, I've seen some videos of the totally accurate Battle Royale or Battlegrounds, whatever it was. The one that's got like the weird googly-eyed, wobbly, polygonal dudes, and it does a bunch of physics manipulation to do all of its shit. Whichever that one was. They had... I've seen the videos. Their ring is these gigantic pillars descend from the heavens, just embed themselves in the ground, sprout out walls, and just start closing in. And I'm like, that looks cool and is more creative than the... Well, here's a electrical sci-fi looking blue wall that advances towards you. Which, it does its job, it does the purpose, gets the point across, but all the other battle royales are using it. Let's get something looking different. Okay, got some meds and an ACOG, but nothing that really needs an ACOG on it. Perhaps there's something that needs an ACOG up here. Alright. Didn't really get myself an ACOG, but we did find a bit of loot because it would appear that nobody has actually raided that little particular spot that I ended up. That's helpful. That seems to be the strategy of land far outside of the zone, then work your way in. That appears to be the Battle Royale strategy, and that sounds like a strategy that is an actual strategy that actually exists for playing a Battle Royale. I don't know why I trip over my C's a lot. I'm kind of noticing that right now. I trip over my C's and just kind of go right past them. Though I'm sure all of my syllables do in general kind of run together. It's the nice little Hoosier accent. Because that is a thing that people from Indiana are at least somewhat known for. It's actually the joke of where Hoosier came from, is because somebody knocked on a door before Hoosier was a thing. And when the person greeted them at the door, it was, well, Hoosier. They said it real quick. So to whoever that person was, it sounded like, oh, they said the same thing. And that's apparently where it came from. That's a random little bit of history there for you. I cannot speak for how true that is or how accurate that is, but I have seen instances where people do talk about that kind of sound, like the cartoon The Amazing World of Gumball, which I didn't realize until it was already running for like 2 seasons here in the States. That was originally a British cartoon, apparently.
Plasma field paused.
But they had a character in there where she was dealing with her own shit, and the main characters, of course, didn't care because that show is sometimes self-aware. Well, I say sometimes. Quite often self-aware of itself. And it was poking a bit at the idea that the main characters in these types of shows, your general just kind of more intended for children cartoons, the main characters, whatever's happening in their life, basically takes precedence in the world, and the rest of the world is kind of dedicated to their whims. And they were poking at that by having a character. It's like, oh no, there's shit going down in this character's life. You have nothing to do about it. And in fact, you messing around with it is kind of causing problems. You should be leaving this alone. Oh, Britney Spears is here. I haven't heard that name in a while. But anyway, shit, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, that character there, she was pointing that out to them, saying that what was going on, it's not about you. And they kept calling it out as, it's not about Chu? Who's Chu? Which, to someone like me, I perfectly understood what she was saying. She's saying it's not about you. But with our typical accent of things running together, it was coming out as not about Chu. Because she was saying it quickly. So, yeah, that was an interesting thing that I happened upon in a cartoon. It's always fun when those cartoons get you to think. Well, there's somebody discharging a firearm near me. But hell if I know where they are. You know, I have absolutely no problems taking the approach of let them kill each other. And when the last guy's there, hopefully, he will be wounded. And then I can make my move. I have 0 problems doing that. I don't know if that's underhanded or a dishonorable style to play these games, but I don't have an issue with it. Oh, I just saw somebody. They're back here behind me. got him! Give myself the health. Okay. I need to get to that safe area. My pulse is racing. My heart is beating. The game is succeeding at doing what this style of game wants to do to its players. I have adrenaline pumping.
Plasma field is now advancing.
I am
Avoid hazardous
getting
zone
into
at
it.
all costs.
I can do this. I can do this. I believe in myself. I can do this. If I can just get inside the building, I'll have an advantage. Oh God! Get behind the tree. Throw the grenade. There's more people!
Have been eliminated.
Ah, I made it long. I can at least be proud of that. Well, they're definitely coming in around that 12-minute mark. I can tell you that with those matches. So that's good on them. Still don't know what the purpose of me even having that rank is, therefore. Okay, so we're here at their little test fire range, and I'll give you an idea of what I was talking about with the sounds. Now, I really like that deep echoing crack. I think it sounds nice. Now, here's one thing that I find interesting that they're doing, is if I shoot and I stop aiming, I'll reaction the bolt here. Let me get some more ammo in there. And of course, there's no stripper clips, because why would there be stripper clips in this sci-fi? But if I just shoot and I keep aiming, it won't go away. It won't go down, it won't reload, it won't even reload in the sights, which works if you've ever really used a bolt action rifle. Most bolt action rifles, if you try and action the bolt right now, you will be shoving that thing in your eyeball. It will not be pleasant. But if I just hit fire again, then it does it. I don't know if that's a super common thing in games and I'm just not aware of it because I haven't been playing a bunch of shooters yet. But, yeah, that was a thing I noticed. Let's see here. What are some other guns we can listen to the sounds of? That one's a little muted, but, you know. And I don't know what caliber they did with this one, because this actual thing that you can get, I think I doesn't spec. This actual gun that you can buy, you get in different pistol rounds, which are, I think you can get a 22, a 9mm, and a 45. There's the UMP, which is a favorite in the military shooters. The Mark 18. There we go. P90. So yeah, as far as it goes with a video game, sounds are nice. Not all of them quite sound like what I would expect that they should actually sound like, but they're not so bad. I do have to say though, for some reason, I am finding this game somewhat appealing. It's playing quick, which I think is helpful. And it's got this different sci-fi look to it, which doesn't seem like all the other battle royales are being that. Which is, you know, another thing in its favor. It also has bullet lag, but it doesn't really seem to have bullet drop. If I can aim up on this thing. Yeah, so it's got bullet lag, but it doesn't really have bullet drop. Or at least it's not using any range that's far enough to really worry about it. Because some of the games that use bullet drop, they actually do it much more intense than it really is. But, I don't know, there's a part of me that's finding this a little bit enjoyable of a game. Now granted, there's other battle royales out there that I have not attempted. I will freely admit that. But for right now, this one seems not that bad. It definitely needs a lot more development in it, but it's an alpha. I don't always necessarily agree with putting your game out on an early access marketplace, especially asking for money when you're still in an alpha. But, you know, I guess that's just me. So that's a bunch of ending ramble and Islands of Nyne. Not that bad of a battle royale, but definitely needs some polish put in it.